Hello, my name is Maite Jami. In this part, I will explain two types of syllabus used in English teaching, the structural syllabus and the situational syllabus. The structural syllabus is based on teaching grammar structures from simple to more complex. Its main focus is accuracy. In our sample, students learn the simple past tense. The objective is that students can describe past event correctly. The content includes past tense verb, sentence structure, and daily activities vocabulary. For assessment, students complete a grading exercise and speak activity about their last weekend. Pronunciations focus on the ide, endings, and accuracy on correct verb forms. All activities are aligned because they help students use the past tense correctly. Situational syllabus. The situational syllabus is based on real life situations and focus on communications. In our example, the situation is the doctor office. The objective is that students can describe symptoms and ask for help. The content includes vocabulary like fever and headache and expression like I have or I feel. For assessment, for students do a role play and a vocabulary activity. Pronunciation focus on streets and intonation and accuracy on correct use of expressions. All activities are aligned because students communicate in a real life context.
Now I am going to explain you about topical syllabus. Topical syllabus, as its name says, is developed around specific topics or themes such as daily activities, travel, sports, religion, etc. For example, in this syllabus about elementary English teaching, the topics are introducing yourself and family members. The syllabus is developed around these topics, and a student develops the skills of speaking, listening, reading, and writing simultaneously. The objectives are introduce themselves, including likes and dislikes, and describe their family members using single English words. Also, express likes and dislikes, preference and abilities in English. The contents are introduce yourself and your family using family flashcards orally and listen and draw likes and dislikes. For assessment, the teacher uses a speaking checklist with smiley faces and holistic rhetoric. Pronunciation is practiced through sounds and repetition. For the accuracy, the teacher corrects mistakes through games and guided test tasks. As we can see, all the activities are aligned with objectives. The syllabus doesn't focus on grammar, but on a main topic such as introduce oneself and likes and dislikes. Now I am going to explain you about functional syllabus, which is centered around language functions such as greeting, agreeing, disagreeing, accepting, and inviting. For example, in this syllabus, the objectives are greet people, introduce themselves, and say goodbye in familiar social situations. The content is guided role plays for greeting people, saying goodbye, and introduce themselves and others. For assessment, the teacher uses a speaking checklist with smiley faces. Pronunciation is practiced through intonation games using hand gestures to show rising and falling patterns. And for the accuracy, the teacher uses a sticker reward system for accurate use of functional expressions. As we can see, all the activities are aligned with the objectives. The syllabus doesn't focus on grammar but on functional topics such as gradients.
Good evening, teacher. My name is Marco Toledo, and I'm going to talk about notional syllabus. A notional syllabus is a type of language teaching approach that focuses on meaning and concept instead of grammar. It helps students express ideas like time, place, or quantity in real life situations. In this type of syllabus, learning is organized around what the students want to say, not just how language is structured. This allows learners to communicate more naturally and understand the real use of the language. Thanks. Good evening, teacher. My name is Marco Toledo, and I'm going to talk about a skills syllabus. A skills syllabus focuses on developing the main language abilities like listening, speaking, reading, and writing, instead of focusing only on grammar. It helps students improve each skills step by step and use the language in real life situations. This way, learners can communicate better and become more confident when using the language. Thanks.
I'm gonna continue with the task-based syllabus. Here, the priority is the process. Instead of learning grammar rules, the students complete a meaningful task. For example, in the lesson plan, let's say the zoo, the outcome is for the students to describe the animals of the zoo. The content. We use real world materials like pictures or flashcards for a better understanding of the vocabulary. Assessment and accuracy. We don't grade a grammar test. We assess task completion. Can the child explain the habitat of the lion and their characteristics? And the pronunciation and accuracy are corrected during the activity, focusing on form only after the task is done. The mixed or layered syllabus. This is a multi-dimensional approach that layers different elements together. For example, we have the unit called the Chef's Academy. We combine two layers, the topic, cooking, and the vocabulary kitchen tools, and the second layer is the grammar, the sequence markers, like first, next, finally. The alignment. Everything is aligned. The outcome is to explain a recipe. So we practically teach the pronunciation of food word and the accuracy of the verbs before the final project. And the assessment. It's a mix. We use a written quiz for vocabulary, a mini portfolio of recipes, and the oral presentation of a favorite recipe.